What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's good to see you today on the speaknsee show. Like, subscribe, click that notification button so when I get information out, you get information in. Boom, made it past that. Now we make it into the world of small businesses. I want to thank you all for liking and subscribing because we are firing up in the realms of small business and in the realms of YouTube clicks and stuff like that. We are seeing a lot of new subscribers coming to this channel because we are seeing people getting grants and loans and paid money for their small businesses, getting promoted, getting moving forward in your business. I want to thank you all once again for liking and subscribing, so make sure you do that. Okay, good. Now we are talking about a new program that is coming to you, coming to the small businesses of America, and it should be started very shortly, maybe sooner than later. We have just gotten news from the Biden administration that small business is about to change the way that loans are being given to you. So I know how it is to be a small business owner. I know how it is to see my wife take her wedding ring off in a pawn shop and hand it over, and as she's prying it off and getting it off and walking out with a bare naked finger. I got mine tattooed so I'll never have to lose it or pawn it. But to get money to buy something for my business so that we can move forward, well, the loans that you get from those places, they can help you out. That's how a lot of businesses get started, and God bless you if that's you and had to go that route. I did, and it worked, but it's hard that way. So this is a new way where take those people out, that 22%, 22.5% interest, and you have to be paid back in a month, and make it into a big, broad expansion of fintech banks that issue these types of small business loans that help businesses get moving forward. Guys, this is a great video. I hope you like, subscribe, and continue watching till the end. A lot of great information here. Once again, we are still fighting for that $10,000 EIDL grant for all small businesses that was promised to you, whether you know it or not. So somebody out there, before we get started, say, hey, we still want our 10K.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, these channels are few and far between. They are coming even fewer and far betweener with the small business channels that really do help you get money, like Jason McElhone out there. Shout out to him, my brother from over at trysmallbiz.com. Those channels that help small businesses actually move forward and grow. Channels that actually bring money into small businesses and put it in reach within the small business industry for you to go out there and get loans and grants for your business. Let me go over this information. It was brought to us from Inc.com, and it's about the fintechs starting to issue new 7A loans. Fintechs, not Bank of America, not Regions, not Wells Fargo, that make you come in and say, okay, well, if you have $1 million already, yes, we'll give you a loan for $10,000. But this is different. This is about not having to go to Amscot and grab some Tootsie Rolls, because I love their Tootsie Rolls, and say, hey, I need $1,000 for the week. Can you loan it to me? And they give you a couple Tootsie Rolls and 22% payback by the end of the month. This changes the game from Amscot to SBA. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this. Once again, like and subscribe. Here we go. From Inc.com, ladies and gentlemen, Inc.com. It's out there on the web. You can go out there and look at the article yourself. Here we go. Fintechs to start issuing 7A loans up to $5 million if new SBA rule change is approved, which this rule change is pretty much set in stone. It will be approved, and we will be seeing this coming up shortly, ladies and gentlemen, so pay attention. This is going to be good. The change, if greenlighted, would lift a 40-year moratorium to expand the SBA lenders base. As we all know out there, we've got banks, big banks that only do big business. Well, this changes it into small banks that will do small businesses, thousands of them out there, like the Amscots that are popped up everywhere, only with low percentage interest rates for your business. The White House this week sent a newsflash that could change the face of small business lending sometime next year. Buried deep in fact sheet from October 4th, entitled Vice President Harris announces a new public and private sector efforts to advance racial equity at Freedom's Bank Forum. It's a notice of proposed rule change that the U.S. Small Business Administration is expected to undertake in the next few months. Lifting a 40-year moratorium on the new small business lending companies, translation fintechs, and other alternative lenders would be able to apply for a license to offer 7BA backed 7A loans. If you don't understand the significance of what I just read to you, it means that this Amscot and these small lenders that are out there that are just taking all profits, taking everything you got and making you literally struggle to pay that loan, This changes that into where you don't have to struggle. Here's the money, go take care of business. And that's what you're going to do after this happens for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep reading. The working capital loans available for up to $5 million with repayment periods of 7 to 25 years. That's like an SBA loan, the 7 to 25 years. So if you were to get a $10,000 or $100,000 loan, paying it off over 20 years, it would be pennies compared to what you would have to do right now if you were to go out and get this sort of loan. Depending on the purpose of the loan, are among the SBA's more popular traditional loan programs. In its 2023 budget, the SBA requested $35 billion for its 7A program, up to $5 billion from 2022. This proposal would not increase the amount of funds available to borrowers through the program. Rather, it would open eligibility to additional lenders, like widening the overall pool of approved lenders and possibly lowering average loan amounts. Currently, only approved lenders can authorize loans under the program. Yeah, those are the lenders like you'll have the FDIC written out on the banks. Those are FDIC, it's federally funded. Okay, so that's when you see that FDIC, that means it's insured by the federal government. This would insure a lot more. Bill Briggs, formerly the acting associate administrator for the SBA Office of Capital Access, points out that the moratorium has allowed only 14 licenses for the past 40 years. That's really sad. I mean, can you imagine only 14 big banks get to lend this money out to people? So they get to nitpick. They get to pick and choose who they want to give this money to and who they don't. And it's not a black or a white thing. This is an economic thing. If you're poor, you're poor. You give me a black man or a white man that walks into a bank and says, I have a $10 million business, they're gonna say, okay, I'm listening. If you get me a black or a white man, or it doesn't matter, Latino, Hispanic, or Chinese, or African American, it doesn't matter. You walk in there and say, well, I don't have anything, I'm trying to build this business, get out. Just get out. No. Only 14, and they're all saying no. Now, we're talking about thousands coming in saying, yeah, we need your business. We need your business. Let's change the game here, ladies and gentlemen. This is big. Requests for comments as several fintech companies, including Kabbage, PayPal, and Funding Circle, were not returned in time for publication. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Kabbage and PayPal and Square and things like this and Funding Circle. We're talking about things that we can literally do online. Things where we don't have to go into a bank with all of our paperwork and this and that. We're talking about things we can go online. A lot of us have the Squares and in all of our small businesses, and we can already do these things. So once they see a business established in these areas, and I suggest you do that if you don't have one right now, get a PayPal account, or at least have a valid Kabbage or Funding Circle or account somewhat established, so that when you do need that money, you can click in Funding Circle. Let's see what I can get. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, cool. I can get 10 grand. Let me go after that. Boom, 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 boom. Click it. See what it's going to take. Check out the loan. See if it is available for your business. And boom. There we go. This is a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. This is huge. If you don't understand the power that we're seeing here given to the small businesses, then you might want to try to go get a loan right now compared to when you're going to try to go get a loan in a few months after this passes, which it should. The SBA says its objective for this proposed policy change is to grow the number of lenders that receive its loan guarantee, which typically ranges from 75% to 85%, depending on the program and the size of the loan. The result, the agency adds, would increase small business lending, particularly in underserved markets and among small dollar borrowers. Give me that ring, honey. Give me that ring. Give me the ring. No, don't take my ring. Don't take my ring again. Don't take my, give me that ring. What? Oh, they're giving out loans over there? It's not the place with Tootsie Rolls, is it? Then I'm there. That's just a small picture of actually what's happening with all this. Cool, huh? During the pandemic, businesses who didn't have long-standing banking relationships were largely shut out of federal emergency lending programs like the Paycheck Protection Program, as lenders prioritized existing customers. Fintechs were a welcome counterpoint. The alternative lenders, including PayPal and Kabbage, were granted access to the program after a second tranche of funding was approved by the Congress in late April of 2020. The earlier tranche, which was available only in traditional SBA lenders, expended all of its funding within 2 weeks of launching earlier this month. Suddenly, the dollar figure per loan plummeted as more smaller dollar borrowers received approval. The average loan size in PPP's first round was $206,000 and $72,000 in the second round, according to the Economic Innovation Group's reading of SBA data. In other words, this new rule change, if approved, may be well significant for small businesses that have been shut out from traditional lending channels. The problem with the bank network, which has become even more prominent over the past 10 years, is it doesn't reach the very smallest businesses. That space has been taken over by the Squares and PayPals and Intuits, former SBA boss Karen Mills told Inc. in January of 2021. Still changes coming, and maybe sooner than you think. Lifting the moratorium will take some time. Briggs notes rule changes like this can take up to a year to go into effect after the initial notice, so don't expect fast approval a la COVID-era programs. A decision could, however, be expedited. Best guess, he adds, is that the rule could get finalized by the middle of next year. By the middle of next year, guys and girls, that may seem like a long time, but it really, if you look at all of the logistics behind it, isn't that long. Hang in there, stay strong. We're here for your support. We're here going to try to keep finding you grants. Let me know where you're at down below in the comments. Our staff will be looking in your areas for grants, and we will let you know. Don't reply to any spam, scam, or Instagram that you may see popping up here or there in the comments below, as hackers are out there to try to get your money in the comments down below. So be careful of that, and don't respond to anybody that even may have my face on it saying it's me. Contact me. It's not me. Don't contact that. But do, and I repeat, do stay optimistic about what is happening right now with the SBA. As far as these small businesses are concerned, let's get this thing rolling. Let's get it moving forward. And I want to thank you all for watching. Another quick shout out to my boy Jason McElhone over at trysmallbiz.com. Like, subscribe, click that notification button, and can somebody say, hey, we still want our 10K. Love you guys.